The truth is,
I'm not a billionaire.
this is just an epic disaster. This is a $1 billion,
I can't fund my own campaign.
a $1 billion disaster.
John, I never heard anything like this before. Do you think somebody stole the money?
Kamala Harris didn't just run a campaign, she ran a $1.5 billion demolition derby. Money poured in from donors who genuinely wanted to defeat Trump, and what did they get?
A lot of people got rich on the back of donors trying to stop Trump. And I think this disqualifies her forever. If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America.
Harris's campaign wasn't just ineffective, it was a complete train wreck. Billions were spent. And all she proved was this: if she can't manage a campaign, she sure as hell can't manage the country. Where do you spend $1.5 billion when you're losing? Apparently Florida and Alabama, because nothing says a strategic genius like buying ads in states where you're about as popular as a root canal. Let's be honest, this wasn't a campaign. It was a payday for consultants chasing fat commissions while Kamala's political future crashed and burned. Millions wasted, no results, just greed. Harris turned a national campaign into a cash grab on steroids. Here's the kicker. The corruption wasn't even subtle. At a White House dinner, the gossip wasn't about policies or strategy. It was about who got filthy rich off her donors' money. Consultants and insiders cashed checks while Kamala's campaign spiraled into oblivion. If you can't even manage donor funds without turning it into a jackpot for grifters, how can anyone trust you with the U.S. economy? Spoiler alert, they can't. Running a campaign is supposed to showcase leadership, priorities, and vision. Harris's campaign showcased none of these. From wasting donor money to fumbling basic strategy, her incompetence was front and center. Here's the brutal truth: Kamala Harris failed at the simplest test of leadership. And if you fail at the basics, how can you possibly handle the big stuff? Leadership? Kamala wouldn't recognize it if it walked up and introduced itself. Sure, Kamala could drop a debate zinger, but you know what they say about lipstick on a pig. Debating isn't leadership, it's theater. And Harris was all style, no substance. Her policies? Flimsy at best. Her vision? A haze of buzzwords and empty promises. Even her own party knew she wasn't ready, but hey, a good soundbite goes a long way, right? Wrong. Harris's failure didn't just embarrass her, it shattered donor trust. People gave hard-earned money to fight Trump, only to see it vanish into the black hole of her campaign. Irrelevant ad buys, bloated consultant fees, and no accountability. She didn't just mismanage money, she destroyed her own credibility and left her party scrambling to pick up the pieces. Talk about a one-woman wrecking crew. And let's not forget how Harris even got on the ticket. Joe Biden didn't choose her because he wanted to. He was bullied into it by Democratic bigwigs who knew she wasn't ready. Obama, Pelosi, they all hesitated because deep down, they knew the truth.
Had the president gotten out sooner, there may have been other candidates in the race. Kamala, I think, still would have won, but she may have been stronger, having taken her case to the public sooner. The anticipation was, if the president were to step aside, that there would be an open primary.
Kamala Harris is a lightweight, but political arm twisting works, and now the whole country is stuck with the fallout of that bad decision. Harris's $1.5 billion disaster wasn't just a failed campaign, it was a cautionary tale. Greedy, she showed us why America was right to reject her. Leadership requires more than flashy debates and hollow promises. It requires vision, competence, and results. Kamala Harris delivered none of those, and the voters made the right call. America deserves better.